Hey guys, let's get more news about Steelers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Rooney 2 gives telling update on Steelers QB future. For the second straight offseason, the Pittsburgh Steelers have major quarterback questions. Last year, the team completely revamped its quarterback room in search of answers behind center. But that's not what Steelers owner Rooney 2 would prefer the team do again. On January 27, Rooney told reporters he wants to see either Russell Wilson or Justin Fields return in 2025. Rooney added that the organization is exploring the possibility of also drafting a quarterback over the next 2 years. My preference would be to sign one of those quarterbacks, Russell Wilson or Justin Fields, Rooney said, via 93.7 The Fan. Obviously, we will be looking in the draft as well either this year or next. Quarterback has to be the priority. My preference would be to sign one of those quarterbacks, Russell Wilson or Justin Fields. Obviously, we will be looking in the draft as well either this year or next. That quarterback position has to be the priority. #Steelers president Rooney Wilson started his Steelers career 6-1 but lost his last 5 games, including the playoffs. Fields experienced similar early success, beginning 3-0 in his first 3 Pittsburgh starts. Fields finished the 2024 campaign 4-2 as a starter. After their late-season collapse, it's surprising the Steelers essentially want to keep the status quo at quarterback. The Steelers failed to score more than 17 points in any of their final 5 games. It was the first time that happened over a 5-game stretch for Pittsburgh since 1969. But there aren't expected to be a lot of free agent quarterback options for the Steelers better than Wilson or Fields. The team also owns the number 21 pick in the 2025 NFL Draft. That will make it difficult to find an immediate starter behind center in the draft, especially when the incoming quarterback class is not highly regarded. The Steelers likely won't have the cap space to re-sign both Wilson and Fields. So, if they like both, the team will have to choose one over the other. A lot of insiders, including the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette's Jerry Dulac, have reported Fields is the most likely to return. Fields has said he would like to be back in Pittsburgh. But during an appearance on the Pat McAfee Show on January 22, Wilson expressed a strong desire to be back too. Wilson gave the Steelers' offense a boost with his deep ball ability. But the offense struggled to adjust when defenses began taking away his downfield options. After the season, Steelers insider Mark Kaboly reported Wilson and offensive coordinator Arthur Smith didn't have a great working relationship. That could make Fields the front-runner to return. But the Steelers haven't confirmed Smith will definitely be back in 2025. An anonymous NFL executive told ESPN's Jeremy Fowler that the Steelers could draft a quarterback fairly high in the 2025 draft. But it's difficult to project who they might target. Steelers Depot's Josh Carney tweeted that the team has shown quite a bit of interest in Missouri quarterback Brady Cook. The Steelers have met with him twice this offseason. But Cook isn't currently projected to be drafted before day 3. The Steelers have 3 selections on the first 2 days of the 2025 NFL Draft. They have other needs at wide receiver, defensive line, and in the secondary that it's hardly a guarantee they will select a signal caller in the first 3 rounds. On day 3, the Steelers hold 5 picks, 3 of which are in the 7th round. Russell Wilson mourns the death of the Great Dane, Prince. He got his rookie year. Russell Wilson has become quite the NFL journeyman over the past 4 years, playing for 3 different teams in as many time zones over the past 4 seasons, but one constant in the veteran quarterback's life has been Prince, a Great Dane he bought during his rookie season. Sadly, Prince passed away recently after a battle with cancer, and Wilson commemorated his 12 years of life in an Instagram post Thursday afternoon. Prince. 12 years ago you came into my life. I got you my rookie year and you have been a blessing to our family with so many memories, hugs and kisses from our 4 kids and us, Wilson wrote. You will forever be a part of us. Today was a hard day. But you overcame cancer 2x and lived 12 years when most live 6. Heaven got a good one. Forever the Prince of Peace. Love you. After 3 stellar seasons at North Carolina State, Wilson spent his final year of eligibility at Wisconsin, where he burst onto NFL radars, throwing for 33 touchdowns against just 4 interceptions as the Badgers won the Big Ten championship and the mobile quarterback finished 9th in Heisman voting. Wilson was drafted in the 3rd round of the 2012 NFL Draft but became an immediate starter under Pete Carroll in Seattle, throwing for 26 touchdowns as the Seahawks reached the 2nd round of the postseason. That same year, Wilson bought his first dog, Prince, sparking his love for the Great Dane breed. Since marrying singer-songwriter Sierra in 2016, the couple have welcomed 2 more Great Danes into their home, Naomi and Hero. The Great Danes just want to lay on your lap all the time, Wilson told People. Sierra and I will be trying to have a date night, watching a movie, and all of a sudden there's 3 Great Danes laying across our laps. Wilson has also paired his passion for dogs and celebrity status with a charitable cause, joining the Banfield Foundation's Safer Together initiative in 2019. With more than half of domestic violence victims staying in abusive relationships out of fear for their pets' safety, Wilson and the Banfield Foundation are working to provide those in abusive situations with better options, as only 10% of homeless shelters accommodate pets. You can learn more about the Banfield Foundation's work here. Trading TJ Watt is unlikely, says Art Rooney too. The Pittsburgh Steelers stumbled through the end of a once promising season, so it's no surprise that members of the media are proposing drastic changes. When the team consistently fails in the playoffs with no apparent path to turn things around, perhaps nobody should be safe. Some have even wondered if TJ Watt could be on the trade block. Art Rooney too spoke with KDKA's Bob Pompiani today and was asked about trading Watt. He didn't completely shut down the idea, but he came pretty close. I have to put it in the unlikely category in terms of trading TJ, Rooney said. He's certainly been one of the real solid pieces that we have on that defense, and just a dedicated player, loves being a Steeler. And so I think he's the kind of guy we want to have in the locker room going forward. Teams rarely improve by parting ways with their best players, and there is little argument that Watt has been the team's best player for the last several seasons. He didn't finish the 2024 season strong, but that was a team-wide problem. The main argument in favor of trading Watt is that the Steelers aren't on an immediate path to competing for a Super Bowl. They need a quarterback above all else, and they might not be able to do that without stockpiling draft picks to make a move up in either the upcoming 2025 NFL Draft or the following year, 2026. What could be a piece that allows them to get premium picks back in return? At 30 years old, will he still be around by the time the Steelers complete this roster transition? That said, the Steelers aren't the type of team to sell themselves short. They legitimately try to put together the best possible roster every season and don't operate in a way that would allow them to pawn the present to save the future. Mike Tomlin has said very clearly in the past that his current team works too hard for him to think about anything other than them. He considers it his duty to maximize the current group at all costs. The other side of this coin is the possibility that Watt may want to leave the Steelers for a chance to accomplish something in the playoffs. His older brother played for more than one team, and Watt is clearly frustrated by the lack of playoff success. Even if he doesn't say it, there would be a stain on his legacy if he was unable to secure even a single playoff win in his otherwise Hall of Fame career. Watt already shut down the possibility of wanting to move on after the 2025 season when his contract is up, saying he wants to be a part of the solution. And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of TJ Watt? Leave your opinion in the comments.